with different accolades. I'm a maestro. I'm a wizard. I'm polo to polo. I'm wonder boy. I'm player extraordinaire. I'm scientist footballer. Different accolades. And you are in the country. I became a coach from showing to the whole Ghana public that this man, after football, he will become a coach because I became a coach player.
And quale Sunday, my fair clock. Where Danike? My fair clock a galley, Nipasto, when you phone it, take a boboli, you have no few Nika, Bobon was it.
Chicago, no Nwaka, didn't agree some of your queer by Miniba.
Oh, Messi, Bay, I can hear your yake into machine, Bammy, or local fee. Oh, local tobacco, my name into machine. My often a bone and tower lager or you.
Oh, fine. And I was on get shift of Lingalangako. You won't know me, will expect you fine. Nicholas 7 is J. No go buy here fine. She may go make a poison. Only tree but for few. She know me. You can go your pen get poison go.
Coaching is putting your thinking into action. That is all what coaching is about. Now, I study them, I show them, I revisited the match they played against us. Then I saw that we gave them enough space to operate because they are full of techniques. The boys, the 14, 20, 10, 8, 12. Very with the ball when you give them space. So we try something called tracking and getting free. Track them, get free and play. So we deny them the space for them to maneuver.
In terms of power play, is zilch. If you watch our game against Mali, the young man was running away from taking the ball. He didn't want it. Give me away. He was practically running away. He was running away when we were being marooned and we were under attack from the Malians, and he had the opportunity of staking a claim in the team. Anytime an attempt was made to him with the ball, with the pass,
he's running away.
He's running away, leaving the ball,
hiding
behind opponent. This whole Telemundo, it's something that sometimes
for the uninitiated, Telemundo is a channel that shows telenovelas.
Yes.
So this is like a soap opera.
It's like a soap opera. This clearly is a soap opera. It's winding down. So let's call Extremadura man from Extremadura man. Boga. When the ball is coming to the player, he's running away. You know what's the game? And shockingly, there's a certain miraculous acrobatism.
Charlie, I like the last two. Give me the conclusion.
Oh, Charlie! My two minus and my hips don't lie.
Oh, Charlie!
Too much.
Oh,
Tusha.
Perfection. Oh, Tusha, you are perfection.
Oh, Charlie! One more line.
Oh, Charlie, I say, oh, my two minus and my hips don't lie.
We were there, then we heard that Cote d'Ivoire have demanded $20,000 before they play the World Cup. So we was like, damn, this is the first time we qualify for World Cup.
So well.
So we did the meeting. I, John Mensah, Stephen Appiah, Bafuojan, Sami Kofo, and the Yusuf Chipsa was accountant, you know. So he was with a pen, you know. We are 5 there. Someone and the other guys were there. So we was like, come on. So what do? We qualify for first time. We are going to play Italy. Kai, you know, our guys say we can't beat Italy. Come on.
Na message said there, masin san players akuku da mama mutim na gina masa. Players be na masin san. Team na no aye hye. Team wo de bubo players na mama. Sakim CH. Hwa? Sakim CH. Aha. Team over na. Wo se dai? Team over na. Aha. Cavers. Hwan? Cavers. Cavers mi ya san omo. Eze Sister Sikulator, Mummy more. Sister Sikulator, only be more. I want to say a Brazil anyway. Ya sign on. Brazil anyway. Almost said Silver, so I Silver. Aha, Tiago Silver. You say,
me, the Felix, you will against stand. My son be say, me Adamu. I'm not going to need my job. Go marry. No, you see, I don't need my job. Go marry.
So you refuse to they punish him.
They're not the punishment. It serves you right. No, not the punishment. See. You choose love over job. That is exactly what you do. Because see what Richard go do. Football no day. Richard go marry.
Yeah.
So we be footballer. See, from August 2019 to December 29, we don't play football. No marry. We start league after we fall. You say they go marry.
That be the time where money catch.
No. So you choose love over career. And so if today you get your lover, the coach say they give you more time to go chop love. So it's not a big deal. Me, I guess that I thought that this matter.
Does Don Bote still want to play football? You are 36 years old.
Forget about the age.
We cannot forget about the age, Don. You are 36.
Yeah, 36. You doubt 36. Inner me, forget about the age. What you want me to come and do for you?
You still think you can perform at the highest level?
Why?
In Ghana?
Yeah. Not in Ghana, sir.
Anywhere?
Yeah.
You train?
Serious.
By yourself?
Always.
Why don't you want to join the club and train?
You see, that's what I'm saying. Them themselves, they don't believe themselves. The coaches don't believe themselves. They are not real coaches. They don't. You have to believe yourself that no, this guy can do it for me. If you believe me, I can do it. But so far as you just relax yourself, no, if I come safe, I won't get that spirit because you don't believe me.
So you think that if a Premier League team were to give you an opportunity to play, you would make an impact?
Ghana, yeah.
Yes.
I can play past all the current players. The current players in Ghana Premier League.
That's a serious statement coming from somebody who hasn't played in almost a year.
You know something? I know myself. That's why I said, if you don't know me, you don't know me.
You see, as for a game, like when you get a chance, every blessed player will decide to score, and then to decide to catch the ball. So when you both decide together, then you make the chance. I decide differently, and he also decided differently, and our decision was together. That's why he was able to catch the ball. So I think next time I'll raise my head and let the ball close and put the ball.
You have 3 or 4 phones. What messages have you been receiving?
I haven't read them because they keep on coming. They keep on coming. I think that I have to turn one of the phone off.
You haven't read any of them? Messages?
No, not at all. Look, they still calling. They still calling. Phones are calling.
Odum has blamed the grass for his defeat. The sun when it came out, the sun when it went down, the rain when it fell, the rain when it didn't fall, the pole because it was too rusty, the net because some part was torn, his opponent because their fans were shouting.
Are you saying that Odum blames everything, the elements,
by himself?
It is
never his fault. In fact, some famous Odum interview, he said that, he said that the team lost because the defenders know. They were supposed to be playing 3-back. And when they are in transition, they are supposed to go for it, but they were not going for it. And I was telling them, go for it, and they were not minding me. And now I'm very, very disappointed in my players.
You are really wrong for this. You are wrong for this.
Welcome and welcome again to the best 90 minutes of your life. Benjamin and Ketia here, Sports Panorama. It's the show. We are live. Show proudly brought to us by Betway. Charlie, action still day Betway. Oh. Bet a minimum of 10 Ghana cedis on Betway Aviator and stand a chance of winning amazing and exciting prizes, including vouchers, smartphones, and many more. Sign up and play at betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. No under 18. Betway, bet your way. And talking about Betway, it did something big today. It opened the Betway Experience Center. Yeah, Charlie. The Betway Experience Center right in the heart of Osu. Now, this Experience Center basically allows anybody who's placed the bet to just go in there, sit down, chill in the AC, watch their football, monitor their bets. Big ups to Betway. Doing big things out there. I think this is huge. This is one of those things where, you might not understand how significant it is, but investors like to observe their investments. And this is one of the ways Betway is breaking ground. I absolutely love it. So big ups to the people at Betway doing big stuff as always.
But if you know how I feel about investments and such things, I think this is a very laudable one from Betway. Yeah.
No, Betway, why
too much.
But the evening is young. Accra Hearts of Folk in the mix. Kotoko in the mix. Liverpool, Man United in the mix. Oh, Ni Abba. Sheikh. Ni Abba. Mubarak Altani.
Oh, no more.
Oh, Charlie.
No more.
Sheikh.
Oh,
Charlie.
Oh, no more.
Enter the place.
Oh, you was about. You was about no bale or buy. Wakangmene soa, ni masoa, na masoa. Wakobele yache omanche yeli aba ni wabale oba Ghana ma mufembo wotwe mambi tweboloy mo fiam mo agbele twe ya ka ene she oba fen wogbe ame won fen wogbe ame ye yesu gba ame meni leni oba na me leni meni fi oko oba na me o agbele ame ngbe na me pako na me fi o me na fi o ake padiko ye kotoko top to potako be konehu a coach, a prevent coach, aka train. When I many your gun in your Kenya here belly in your leapa. Coach in Tuni and yet I can hand it to me. Mina fio to my boo in it. You are anami bumo. Mo bue ekemoya shon. I'm gonna call Lenny. I get a classic with Mina Gavi. I got a mini match. Mina fio basane. You are enemy Aleni. I'm not letting by force. Now I'm a friend of the bar. Ghana, ne, come on, I can't share. Ni many learning in your here. Ni won't come market. Ni Cassiani, quick, cocker or Lenny, akbe abo. O small, asako Cassini, akbe abo. Bonafe. Kon onyo ya here, ye jolly. You are Jomo program, ne? Jomo program, ne? What program, no, for be no way, no? How? Carlos Cashmero. Hogbani bane. Abana no nana. Hogbani bane. Inkabana no nana. Nimba boss ani leakashi. 4-0 ni Arsenal be a woe. Can you acknowledge? Bebe baba. Boss will be fight. Ni pate du mo kometo le menwie. Me ta nya woli ge. No nya chia nya. Nya ya here. Arsenal. Nya ya here. Kanye here ya lo ni akwenye odoba ni totomoko ya baje gbe no benu le mi Solomon mo nye ni abo nye moden twa no manya bla o.
Amen. Ali, the prayer was extra spicy today. Love it. Let's get right into it and let's start off from the Super Clash. Now, the first word on the Super Clash, even before I go in, you can join the show via text, WhatsApp, and Telegram, 0549-986-996, 0549-986-996. Get to us. Let's get talking. Let's start off on the doorsteps of the Ghana Premier League because we have a super clash on Sunday between Accra Hearts of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. But they've left everybody feeling really weird all week because it emerged that the Super Cup would also double as a President's Cup game in honor of the president like we've done in the years past. Only that we've never had a situation where we've had to double a competitive league fixture as an exhibition match. It's never been done before. It's completely unheard of, if you ask me. Let me start with you, Pichichi. Super Clash in the mix. We are supposed to be looking forward to it. First of all, the hype is completely dead.
Oh yeah.
Secondly, it's not been a palatable few days for Accra Hearts of Oak in general, but we'll get there. Let's talk about the game itself and the decision to make it double or the decision to give it an extra wing as the President's Cup game.
Well, the first day I heard that, I was quite shocked myself. I asked myself, what is this? Is this the innovation, the creativity that's the Galka executives promised last year that they were going to be innovative in 2023? I look at why they will do this and I've tried to understand where they are coming from, Ben. Now, I'm told, one, fixture congestion. They feel that the fixtures are too packed for Hearts and Kotoko. And so, not to stress the teams, it would be prudent to turn their league game into a President's Cup. Two, I look at the fact that those who are defending this indicate that it's the best time for such an event because it's just before the Independence Day. And so you get the president there as well. So it's good to make the league game a President's Cup clash. More like killing two birds with one stone. Now I look at what they're trying to do and I ask myself, yes, it's difficult to really go hard at the clubs because one, looking at what they were offered, I think the clubs were offered 50,000 Ghana cedis. So for clubs who are not getting much from gate proceeds, whatever amount they tend to get from Galka, they'll be swayed to it. And also, I think that the sort of consultation that went into it, I understand that there were massive consultations between the GFA, Galka, and the clubs in trying to understand the situation. And also, it's a decision that in their head, they are trying to do this in honor of the president. So they were made to understand that this is not just for themselves, but also for the president. It will not make sense. It will never make sense. It does not make sense.
Say if the game ends in a draw, they'll play penalty shootout to decide the winner.
It never makes sense to convert a competitive league match into an exhibition game, even if it's in the honor of the Lord Jesus Christ. All because these are two...
Even if it's what?
These are two different competitions. And I feel that, one, preparations that go into such events are different. The way clubs play friendly games and the way they play league games are different. Two, the way gate proceeds are shared among the various stakeholders are different when it comes to league fixtures and also unofficial matches. Three, what are you trying to do to the fan? Now, the way you go hard at league games and the way you do at friendly games
not
are
the
different.
same. It's not the same.
And so it's like you telling FIFA that, see, there's a World Cup qualifier between Ghana and Angola, but I want to maybe play an Achu Cup. So, yes, it makes sense to try to do that, but will FIFA allow you to say, okay, let me turn the Black Stars upcoming game against Angola into a ceremonial game in honor of the late Achu? In your head, it may sound right, but they'll rather tell you, find another day and create another match for that. And I think that's what Galka,
the excuse that I've heard is fixture congestion. What fixture congestion are we talking about?
Absolutely. That excuse just doesn't make sense because I think that whether we like it or yes, Hearts and Kotoko are out of the FA Cup. There will be weekends where the two teams will not play in any competition or any FA Cup action. And so they'll have free weekends. So why don't we think about those free weekends for them? They're also not in Africa. For us to say that they are playing in Africa, so they are congested with fixtures. They will have weekends where there'll be weekends where Hearts and Kotoko will not be involved in any competitive action. And that's why I was thinking that we could have thought of maybe fixing, if let's say want to play this President's Cup, we would have rather postponed this league game, converted it into a President's Cup solely, and then maybe fix their league game for later. But it's difficult to really go hard at the stakeholders when the clubs themselves seems to have agreed to this. House of Folk are not complaining. Kotoko are not complaining. The GFA seems to be okay with the arrangement. So it's difficult for you as a stakeholder to go hard at all these people when they are all satisfied. It's like everyone is okay with what they've done. So as a layperson, you're like, those you are trying to fight for are not even complaining. They are all okay with the arrangements because they've cashed out and they feel what they are doing is good for Ghana football. Yet, we'll be here and people will try this again because this is a bad precedence. Meaning that whenever someone thinks that, I can create a ceremonial cup and convert it into a league fixture and have lots of money, and I promise the clubs this money, they will say yes to it. Then more people will try to do this. I think going forward, people will try to test this more. People will try to convert most of the league games if it will suit the agenda more, because there's now a huge precedence. I think that whoever thought of this innovation is not an innovation at all. If this is innovation, then please, let's not do this. This cannot be innovation. To try and merge a competitive fixture and an unofficial game into one, with the excuse that when they finish the league match, then now they play penalty shootout to decide the winner. And it's difficult to really understand where all this came from. Why someone would think this is a good idea and sell it to all these clubs, and all the stakeholders out there agree to this. When they know how Ghanaians feel about the league already people out there think the league, we are not serious when it comes to the Ghana Premier League. The perception out there is that the league is not a serious league. And so in trying to move away from that perception, why do you still commit to such little things that will make people doubt the league more? It has never been done anywhere aside Ghana for an English Premier League game, a La Liga game, an Egyptian league game, a Moroccan league game to be converted or to be made a President's Cup game anywhere. And so for me, I think Wangalka has failed us. The GFA has failed us. The clubs who agreed to this arrangement have also failed us. They will play this game, yes. I don't think they will change their minds now because they just have 3 days to go. They've made arrangements, they'll play it, but they shouldn't try to repeat this anywhere. Absolutely. They shouldn't try to repeat this because
it shouldn't happen again.
It doesn't make sense anywhere. Now we have a situation where teams can raise concerns later about this game. Because it's supposed to grant points to us and Kotoko.
Yep.
When teams raise concerns later that you guys played a game that was not competitive league game, you did it an exhibition game, so the point that you guys had is questionable. What would the GFA say then? Because I know that for league matches,
aren't there even laid down criteria before such? I mean, you can't just get up and decide that a league match should become an exhibition match. Are there no rules governing our games?
There's no excuse to this. I'm trying hard to understand why they even think this was a good idea in the first place. And I've thought of this for the last 5 days.
In their heads, they are killing two birds with one stone.
Anyone can do this later. Anyone can do this later. Anyone can create any competition later and be like, okay, let's convert league matches because the reason behind the conversion is okay. Yes, you are playing this time in the honor of the president. Let's say someone also creates that, okay, let me create one in the honor of Baumia and offer the clubs $100,000 each. What then becomes of the other league matches? Anyone can just wake up at any time and then create these situations and all that. And I feel that, in summary, we shouldn't repeat this ever again.
Coach, in Ketia, so the day I heard the news, I tweeted, and today I want to start my presentation.
Thank you
from my tweet.
Thank you very much, my brother.
I said football in Ghana is a joke concept, as we have visionless people managing our game. Full stop. How can you put your brains to work and agree that a league match should also deputize as a President Cup match? You had brains coming together to think through the situation. And after thinking through, they agreed that a competitive league match should also be used
as a friendly
match. I couldn't believe it. So I said that it is schoolboy style of management. Schoolboys, when we are in school and we are playing football, a game, we can tend to what? Put minutes to the same game. We give 3 minutes to the same game. Then we are playing. Okay, if you win this one, I won. I said, this is schoolboy style of management. No plan, no direction, and no shame. He must go. Hashtag Ketokreku must go. I'm telling you honestly. Because he would have approved of this.
Yeah, the GFA head.
He would have approved of the day. Prospado, no more. No, you're touching your fene. No, where can I go and defend you people? Where? Tell me, where should I go and defend you?
Nowhere.
They should tell me where I should go when people are questioning the rationale behind such a decision. Where should I go and stand up for you people? Tell me, where? No. Where should I go? And ask, look, I listened to the GACA president today.
Defending it.
Goodness me.
You know, this is Gauka's.
My boss.
This is Gauka's most important item on their calendar.
Kujofiano. Look, the years of experience he's got on this decision, you guys, you've heard. As for this one, Debbie. Ankoye. Enele, no more, eyalo to ba. Code moya makebo bo limbos dibo. Inkenoko no table. What? They sat there, brains upon brains. So people who are touted to be technicians, specialists when it comes to football management, planning our game and ensuring that the game is played within a certain competitive spirit and manner. You go and you sit there and you agree to this decision. Look, I had a friend called me from the UK. I can ask a protocol league match. I can friend league match. I can honor president there. No lay. Ghana yo no share with him. In this country, no more anything, everything is possible. You remember sometimes I sat on this program when we took people who were deaf and dumb for a tournament. When they won a match. I think they won the competition. People who we had presented to the world that they could not talk, they couldn't hear, but after winning the tournament, now I'm like, Tony Bayafu. I said, hey, I told you people were supposed to be deaf and dumb. Come on, keep quiet. Come on, keep quiet. So in this country, anything at all is possible. Even my investment is being chopped off.
Haircut.
No, anything at all. You see, nobody should be surprised.
That's why I've stopped going, man.
That is the state. That is the state of the country. Anything at all. Anything is allowed to go. And they expect the supporters to come and watch the game. This is a diluted a classical. This is a classical without direction.
This game was already losing value.
It has already lost every value. I should go to the Sports Stadium on Sunday to go and watch this game. I will not encourage anybody whosoever. They should leave the stadium so that the Hearts and the Kotoko management who agreed to subject their competitive league match to such a very comical relief game, they should agree. They should go and play. Why should I go and pay money to go and watch this? Why should I go and get there? Would you go and pay money to watch this?
Oh, no.
Why should I go and pay? Then you see how difficult it's been for them to even market the game. We are monitoring the situation on air. It's been so difficult for them to put value to that game.
There's no buzz in town.
There's no buzz. No, but who would do it? Look, you see, don't take the people of this country for granted. Oh. Why do you think Ketokreku would accept this coming from Gaka? Why do you think? No more about Fonchiki. About Fonchiki, and it is, look, if Gaka puts this forward.
You mean about
Fonchiki?
Sorry, could you give us
a small?
There will be votes. I mean, he's basically saying that he did this because there are votes to be won.
There are votes to be won. Oh. Why would you think he would do this?
Do you think lack of integrity?
That is what I'm talking about. Why would you think he would accept? Because the league is your bona fide property. That is your product, your most precious commodity that you are putting out there for people to buy, and then you accept anything at all to go with it. It is simple. Because look, Nimo, when your time is due, it is due. Onanago president na wole. Olo shebu bulalo bulala tinibu oshuwalo bumbala tulebo tinibu oshuwalo bumbala tinibu. No great war.
Where is this song coming
from? There be no great war. Dancing to every song.
I know my level.
Dancing to every song.
No, his song is kill them with prayers.
Kill them with prayers. You see, you are dancing to everything because it's a state of desperation. You've supervised disgrace upon disgrace, embarrassment upon embarrassment, tournament after tournament. Our ladies have been banned. No explanation from your end. You don't see anything. So you buy into every schoolboy style of management. You will accept it. This is the biggest game on our calendar. And you opted to dilute it like this. This game is supposed to be highly saturated, so that people will go there with proper intent. Now you present the game to the people of this country anyhow. So we'll take it anyhow. I'm not going to go to the stadium. I'm not going to encourage anybody to go and watch this. To go and watch what? Separate the league match from and after all, Chichiji, is it by force that Hassan Kotoko are the only team to have played?
Thank you, coach.
I was
actually going to force that. I was actually going. I want.
Are they two teams the only teams in that? What sort of life is this?
And no,
see, they haven't even been at their best lately.
Look, I was talking to. I was talking to one of the players who actually made this game a world-class game some few hours ago. I was talking to Charles Taylor.
Oh, Charlie the Terror.
You see, when he was playing for Hearts.
You mean Barnier? Original Barnier.
Oh,
Charlie.
When he went to Kotoko. Either side of the coin.
I won't say for billions or CDs.
His presence alone.
was a record signing at the time.
And do you know what he told me?
When I heard billions or CDs.
You know what he told me? He said, if this was their time, the current crop of players will be playing curtain raisers for them to come and play the actual Air Classical.
Eric Beckwith told me this same thing this same week.
I'm telling you. I'm a time. These players.
He told me.
No, I'm a curtain raiser.
No, he told me boldly that none of the players in Hearts and Kotoko now would play during their time. None of them.
These are African champions. But these are African champions.
Jacob Netty.
Players who can't play in the group stage.
Jacob Netty. Samir Jeme. Ajumenduame. Edmond Capo Copson. Ajame.
Oh, Charlie.
Kotoko Anyelo Olibo. Joseph Jamichek.
Edmond long range shot Copson.
Yusuf Chipsame Kenibi. Makalo Seme, Emba Power, Stephen Tiko Odro.
Oh, Charlie.
The standards drop.
The standards are falling into the pit.
Your standard it's falling so low. And you as the owner, the bona fide owner of the commodity, you are doing nothing to make it get back to where it was. Rather, from one schoolboy decision of management to another schoolboy. Look, I've come here to tell them boldly in their faces. They know how. Ket knows I will tell him. He knows I will. Prosper Ado, my good brother, knows I will tell him. His Aparachiki boys, they should get the articles ready. They know I will tell them. They know. This is the worst decision you have taken. And I repeat, to the rest of the teams, the other teams, they should not take this match likely at all. They should have serious questions with the integrity of the match that is going to be played. Serious questions should be asked of the integrity of this match as a league match. You have to make sure, look, Adriana, you are interested in this match.
Yeah.
All the other teams, only Japan, only Rosalinda. Nkoso.
Only haircut.
Bobo. Haircut. Cafe Mafe. Only cafe in Mafe. You should all be interested in this game. It has lost every integrity as a league match. It is highly condemned. Condemned. Nobody should go and watch the game. It is highly diluted. Meaning energy classical. In your back,
just land for us on this one.
There's 2 points I wanted to make. If it's the President's Cup and this is something about national character, we shouldn't be playing at the same stadium every year for one.
At all.
We should be moving it around. We are moving independence celebrations to Ho.
The Volta region.
So why aren't we playing the President's Cup in Ho?
In a different place too. Yep.
Why aren't we playing the end? This thing about everyday Hearts and Kotoko.
It should stop.
And moreover, Hearts and Kotoko are not even on great form.
We should be using maybe league and cup winners, something like a Super Cup.
You could turn the Super Cup into the President's Cup.
Or we should.
Just a second. When do they play the Super Cup in Italy?
January.
In the middle of the season. So we can turn ours. Okay, every 6 match, let's play.
So we know it's coming.
Turn the Super Cup into the President Cup. And so whoever wins the league, whoever wins the FA Cup, they should go and play and stop this.
And you block off that weekend or that week. So we know that it's coming. You block it off. Let's say we have to play our games on Wednesday because 6th match is Monday. We play the league games Wednesday, Thursday. So they have adequate rest. You play on Monday. Then you can go back to the normal.
And continue them the following Saturday, Sunday.
There's so many ways to go about this. And for me, those are the 2 things. President's Cup, it means it's a national thing. So we have to move it around. It can't be always Accra Sports Stadium, but it can't always be. Second thing, it can't always be Hearts and Kotoko. Are we saying those are the only 2 things in the country? So let's say we want to do a Super Cup. Let's say, okay, we already have Super Cup, we don't want to do it. What about first and second in the league? What about the best team in the northern half, the best team there? There are so many ways to think about
proper innovative.
Make it national. You can make it Eastern, Western.
See, the thing is, they didn't really plan for this President's Cup. It's like
that's what they saw the Super Cup coming.
Nobody should go and watch.
They shouldn't have it. They didn't plan for this because you see, with our league fixtures, Hearts and Kotoko should have happened earlier, if not for the Arch goal dragging the league. It was like, okay, if you've seen this now, let's just fix them.
If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Very simple. So if you haven't planned for something, don't do it. It's very silly, honestly. And aside all the things we are talking about, the nature of the President's Cup and the type of competition should be. The fact that you are trying to change a league game. Have you heard of some before? That 2 teams that you know are going to play in a Super League game, a Super Cup game. Which other? Think about it. Imagine if the Community Shield is coming. They say no Community Shield. We'll wait for when Liverpool play. Who was the Community Shield this year? It was Liverpool and Man City, right? We'll wait for when Liverpool and Man City play in the league. And we'll also make it the Community Shield. If it's a draw, we'll do penalties. Have you heard of some before? It doesn't make sense. And that's exactly PG's point. There's no planning. And it shows. And it's embarrassing.
Very, very.
It's embarrassing.
Very embarrassing.
That's the bottom line of all of it. It's so embarrassing. Look at last President's Cup. How excited we were to watch. Yeah. We got on a specific day. It was a fight. If you remember, we were doing Sports Panorama that day. If I remember correctly. And we were running to this. They were singing hard song. It was an exciting occasion. When you do it like this, no build-up, no nothing. It's flat. It's dead. No one is interested. And it's embarrassing. Very simple.
Very, very
and
embarrassing.
how they're even defending it is even shocking. Ben, they are going around
but if it is you, will you not defend it?
But you see, once you do something silly, you have to defend it. You have to defend it.
I would defend it if I was the one innovating the idea. Let's get on to something else. Still on Accra Hearts of Folk. Charlie, people say, coach for sing the Tinubu song again. Come on, man. Accra Hearts of Folk. Yesterday, one of their supporters was on a radio platform, and he threatened to prevent Hearts of Folk head coach Slavko Matic from carrying out his training session the next day. Sometimes you want to believe that these things are nothing but hot air and threats, but they carried out this threat the following day, like they said. They prevented Matic from carrying out his training session, and it even got messy to the point where he had to leave. He went straight to the regional headquarters and reported the incident to the police. Now, Accra House of Folk have since issued a statement. I think that statement came somewhere earlier in the day. About 10 hours ago. Yeah. They issued a statement. They issued a statement early in the day talking about how fans should desist from such an activity and how fans should not carry or take up issues into their own hands, but should leave these things for management. First of all, I want to say a big shame to Accra Hearts of Folk. I don't even know how to describe you right now. Man, like
we use the word again, embarrassing.
Some of these things, you cannot be the oldest club in Ghana and be behaving like this. Look, you brought in somebody to coach your team all the way from Serbia. A supporter that you know very well among your ranks sits on a public platform and threatens your head coach who is under contract with you. I mean, what is the most prudent thing to do? You provide him with security. You make sure you get to the bottom of this and you report the said fan to the police. That's what you do, because you cannot go out and sit on a public platform and threaten an official who is under contract legally. And the club does nothing. Does absolutely nothing. Watches, Matic gets manhandled, he gets prevented from carrying out training and has to resort to I mean, look,
I'm surprised he hasn't resigned.
I'm very sure it's coming. I'm sure it's coming.
Do you remember something similar happened with the Sporting Lisbon players?
Exactly.
And about 8 of them quit because their fans were so unhappy. They stormed training, entered the dressing room, attacked the players. Yep. There was even a picture of one of their strikers with like a cut on his head and stuff. About 8 players just quit. They quit straight away. Rafael Leao was one of them. And it's even become a court case. Some, compensation payments have had to be made. But that's what happens when these things happen. People leave. Because their lives are in danger. Willian left Brazil because of death threats against his family. He left. He went back to quarantine. He left.
And you see, I don't know. Maybe a lot of people don't relate. Like, do you know what it means to leave Serbia and come to Ghana? You've been in Ghana less than 1 year, and then in the process of carrying out your duties, the same people that you are trying to please ahead of your biggest game of the season are preventing you from training and threat. You see, these things, when we don't deal with these things properly, that's what you remember when Seydou Mba went and locked up Adako Jachi to prevent David Duncan from training. You see, these things come out and we treat them like they are nothing. Seydou Mba should have been locked up as soon as that incident happened. Whoever sat on that radio platform to make those threats should have been picked up quick by the police. Quick. I mean, you cannot do that.
I'm not a lawyer, but I'm pretty sure that that kind of thing is illegal.
Exactly.
No,
You cannot sit. Coach, let me just give this to you to finish up for us before we get into Europe. But I'm so shocked at this. Like, this is like a new low for me.
Look, it's the lowest of lows. To be honest with you, and the people at Hearts of Folk, they cannot say that they didn't pick up any intelligence on this matter.
Oh, I even knew a day before that.
If me that I don't pay salary, me that I don't pay message, me that I'm sitting, I don't have direct interest in Hearts of Folk. I heard that publication or that pronouncement. How can Togbe Afede, Dr. Nyahuta Makulu?
What?
So how can they tell me that they didn't hear about this?
That is, for all you know,
they support it.
No,
one or two of them.
Those are the rumors making around. I mean,
one or two of them support it.
What makes sense?
And the thing is,
maybe there's a serious division among the management, the board, as to whether the man should stay or should go.
And you know the funny thing, even to say a rumor like this, it looks bad on you that people are even suggesting it. You'd be upset that people are suggesting it. But what steps did you prevent? You heard this threat. What steps did you do?
You had hours to actually do something about this.
And for me, look, or they could have even moved training. They could
have decided to alter something
for security concerns. There were so many things.
And the way they drafted their letter.
Gigi, please read that letter for us.
I read the letter and I thought that they were talking to media people in general. Like, we should stop criticizing the club.
Please read this.
It's even funny. So as at 8:41, they released the letter. They were like, the management of Accra House of Folk Sporting Club has taken notice of comments made in the media inciting supporters to stop the head coach, Slavko Matic, from performing his duties.
Joke.
We kindly entreat all Phobians to desist from performing any of such violence, but to remain calm. As a club, the safety of all its employees remain paramount. We are law-abiding and will therefore not shield anyone who engages in any violence against the spirit of the game. Okay, we urge all Phobians to rather channel their petitions and or grievances, if any, through the management, the board for redress. Please calm down and rally behind the club as we prepare for Sunday's encounter and subsequently the remaining fixtures of the 2022-2023 season. See, clearly, the one who wrote this clearly had the hint long ago. They knew what was coming long ago. They anticipated it long ago.
Yeah, this sounds like a very known.
The write-up
Yep.
sounds like, oh, we know you guys are going to do this morning, but we are see, the tone is not even the best of tones. And for me, it's simple. Someone in the club supports what the supporters did today.
Charlie. You see,
like we don't agree with what we want the coach out. Some people don't want the coach in. So we those want the coach out will side with what the fans are doing and then let them do this. Because clearly, the first sentence indicates that they have noticed in the media space. This was yesterday. The threats came yesterday.
24 hours later.
So they had the chance to block it long ago. Because the threats were made by a prominent member of the supporters.
Yep.
Who is well known.
And we're going to do this morning. So he had given the club the notice that they will do it.
He was using.
I'm so embarrassed for Accra.
It's not like he organized into WhatsApp.
No,
the guy used radio to organize.
Radio to tell them that we are going to do this, and you allow him to do it. And then 8:41, he writes a note. So when this is posted on Twitter, he stopped the fans at Women from harassing the coach.
I'm a joke. Concert gravio.
I'm scandalized. Honestly.
So you see, I've seen the video. They left the coach to his fate. If a fan had wanted to even stab the coach, he
could have done that.
Had a chance to do
so
that.
So Hasselhoff as an institution, having listened to this or having heard this,
such a shame. Look,
could put in no security sort of assurance to protect even the players and the head coach of the team. Look, Matic Denchesake resign.
If
he stays on,
if Matic is a professional, he should resign. Honestly,
I'm long gone.
Yeah.
You don't do this to me.
Yeah.
My beautiful family. You treat me like this, as if I'm what?
He's not doing you a favor. He's been employed. You are paying him money.
I'm surprised.
He's not paying you to coach.
He's rendering a service. It's not like you are doing him a favor by him being there. Oh man, Accra Heart of Folk every single time. Every single time.
Honestly, the way Ghana is going, do you think Ghana is a nice place to be at this point?
No,
I just say be nicer.
Of course, you see, that's for this country. Look, I've always said that I will not exchange Ghana for any other country. Live my life in a very decent manner. It's just that culturally, we are losing it. And it is time our leaders show the way. Show proper leadership. We don't have any proper, even down to the community, down to to our areas. Charlie, there are serious issues.
It's very, very poor at this point. Let me get to some messages coming through. Abensuo from Spintex says, Potter and T, Nipa Kasamenim Basa Basa. I never thought a time will come where, as a Chelsea supporter, I will pray for Chelsea to lose just for the manager to be sacked. Jude from Kakasunaka says, please, Man United fans, the noise is enough. My uncle in the village called me telling me he was arguing with someone who said United were third on the table, but my uncle, actually believes United won the league last Sunday. Interesting, imagine.
League and League Cup is very similar. It's very similar.
You mean they are confusing the two?
I understand now.
Just it's Carabao Cup, just so you are clear. This one says, I love Fridays because of Sports Panorama, especially Coach and his pinpoint analysis. You guys are doing a fantastic job. Keep it up. My darling club United is winning against Liverpool this Sunday. As for the EPL, slowly we are claiming that one too. Eric Ten Hag is really cooking something special at United, and surely Man United shall surely rise again. Name is Cowbell, also known as Our Milk, from Ejumako in the central region. My brother, behave yourself over there.
You see why I said you have to use the name your mother gave you.
My brother.
Because
What is Cowbell?
What these names?
And he says Our Milk. Charlie, Charlie, stop that.
No, right now we have to have a rule. Use the name your mother gave you. The name your mother calls you in the house. That's the name you have to
Someone
use.
is Dan from Ashiye says, hey, another weekend with Chuck Norris in charge. Oh God, what crime has Chelsea committed? So this one here, Moses Kofi Norris from Ablekuma says, is Graham Potter still at post?
Yes.
It looks like we have a new campaign. This one here says that good evening, Ben and team. This is Pukali from La. Please, let's Sheikh Ni Abba Mubarak understand that the Glazers said they won't sell.
Tell him he's not on the ground. It's a bidding process. They are doing it to up
as for Ghana football, it is dead beyond resurrection. Things didn't go as planned for Daddy Sue, but it's part of the game. This one says, hi Ben, this is hey Charlie, Ancient Cockroach. I can't even mention the name. He says from Adenta, if Chelsea board doesn't sack Potter by the end of the month, we will march to Cobham and chase him. And don't do that. Don't behave
finished.
Don't behave in. Don't
finish criticizing Sampo for doing that.
Don't engage in that unruly behavior.
His name is Tete Intefre.
Ancient cockroach.
Tete Intefre.
You see, does your mother call you that?
He said that your mother call you that. He says, what at all are his tactics regards to coach? He makes the program interesting. Lambert from Dodoa says that another week and Graham Potter is still at post. That's the joy of ASU. Please allow the man to continue his good work. As for Man United and Eric 12 Hag, we are building something special. But wait, we are using a league match between Hearts and Kotoko to represent the President's Cup? What a joke. This one says, good evening, Ben and team. Potter now means push out Thomas Tuchel and end in relegation. I think you want to say. Nijan from Takrady with that one.
You guys are creative.
Sheikh St. Pablo Altani from Laboni. Charlie. Sheikh St. Pablo Altani from Laboni says, greetings to all my generals on the panel, especially Sheikh Ni Abba Altani Mubarak. Charlie, the name the people have really remember are those who know that the Sheikh is coming and they proclaim it, for they shall merit to be called Sheikh. Charlie, I hear say Potter has been undefeated this month. Hey, title charge start and Alvinho from Akosombo is Ben. Please tell Coach Niaba that we the Chelsea fans need him to pray for us. This one says, Ben, why can't the President's Cup be between the FA Cup winner and the league winner? That's exactly what Susu was suggesting. Can't that be our own Super Cup or Community Shield? Our people should be thinking. Farouk headliner inside Lakeside says, what am I hearing about the Hearts versus Kotoko match? Charlie, the whole FA from top to bottom is a joke. What happened to planning? Anyway, we are all Leeds United tomorrow, aren't we? Well, the truth is that the President's Cup is organized by Galka, but like we said on the show, it cannot happen, especially if it is being adopted as a league match without the approval of the FA. The FA are the owners of the league.
Galka will suggest. Somebody will have to say yes or no.
Yeah.
And the person looking at Gaka as somebody, no matter for Shiki, will be about for me. No,
Charlie. This one here. This Charlie, amen to Coach Chris's prayer. Ateta, please don't lose guard. Shout outs to Honorable Sam Jata George and Bellerin Asiedu. Also Susu Graham, aka Sports Mu. What?
This name there.
Charlie. I paused for a second. Okay, Kwame Elon from Dawonia is okay.
Thank you, Kwame. I appreciate
it. Richardson, aka Abuza from Pokwase Mayera, says Wakeleg Benomo. You people always make my Friday night, especially Coach. Good evening to you all. Please, can you talk on Greenwood's issues on coming back? I think we might have some time to do that later. Dramani inside.
I can just give a small update. From what we are hearing is that they are doing their own internal investigation.
That investigation has stopped more than.
But like I said, we said this before. The internal investigation for what is wrong in a workplace and criminal charges obviously is different. There's a different threshold for what's acceptable as an employee and what's acceptable to go to jail.
The fact is, nobody support any physical assault on a woman.
Yes.
But it has happened. He's a kid. He will learn. United will not discard the young man.
So what?
So he's been taken through proper rehabilitation and
exactly.
all that. And the lady is pregnant for him.
Yeah.
That is the issue.
And
so
I was about to get to that. So what we are hearing now is that the club is recommending for him to be reintegrated into the team.
Yeah.
You have to go for therapy. And he would have to do a public interview, and come and publicly apologize. That seems to be the news that's going around social media.
He will do
So
that.
he has to go for therapy, publicly apologize, do an interview explaining
Fair
it,
enough.
kind of clear the air
Fair
before
enough. Yeah,
he
because
will go.
you know
that
how,
seems to
you
be
know
there.
you know how the country he is like. It's like
Yes,
you know
that seems
there's
to be.
cancel culture is very rife
so
in the UK when it comes to abuse.
And look at players who've been kind of accused of rape, even gone to jail, come out, and trying to restart their careers. It's very difficult.
It's literally impossible.
It's very difficult because these charges, the charges and what we heard and saw on social media was very serious. So the club is taking it seriously and they are going through their process. So again, internal investigation. So for all you know, these things about therapy, they might decide that look, everything that's happened is too much of a public image risk, and we still won't play him anyway.
Yeah.
And they'll still release him. So there's a
another
lot
issue
going
is
on.
that I think they are looking at the age of the boy. If he was a 28-year-old,
I don't think they'll give him this much anyway. He
would have gone.
Because this would probably mean career down the drain.
Exactly. Because if you look at him, how old is he? 21?
21,
Come on, man.
yeah.
You can't look. We condemn any form of physical.
It would be really
assault.
disappointing to not have Mason Greenwood fulfill his potential.
I think another thing is because the woman didn't leave him, he's still with the woman.
the woman is still
She's
with him.
pregnant.
She's pregnant for
I
him.
think that's also working in his favor in the sense that if she had left him, she was publicly speaking about it and against him. I don't think you'd have a chance. So
I hear she's even crying and begging the United people to accept her husband back. If I try team, academy.
Oh, Charlie. This one here says, seriously, what the FA did today does not make sense anywhere. Football in Ghana is an absolute joke. What? In Coach Chris's voice, Kwame Elom, again from Dawinya. This one says, an insult to sporting integrity. Yes. Why don't they merge the FA Cup and League to save cost? Hamid from Medina with that one. Ray from Abokobi says, good evening, guys. I want to understand something here. The President's Cup, should it always be Hearts versus Kotoko? There are other teams with serious rivalry. So why can't we shift our attention there? Good one. To me, it's quite annoying.
Another suggestion. Or like a kind of North All-Star, South.
Something.
There's so many
you can innovate
ideas.
in so many ways. And again, I remember we were talking about this because I remember one of the seasons where there was a President's Cup between Hearts and Kotoko. The two teams ended up beating almost 6 times in that season or something of the sort. It was just
honest,
not appealing.
I think we are overdoing the Hearts and Kotoko.
We really
are.
There's teams playing better.
And their quality is not even out there. Starboy from La Paz says, Ben, this country is a joke because I've tried enough to think about the issues, but the thinking is not going. A league match plus President's Cup? What? Coach is right. The FA must go because they are killing the game. Name is Ta Ta Ta.
I'll ask again. Does your mother call you that?
This one here says, no, nothing surprises me anymore so far as Ghana is concerned. Government does it to the country and the citizenry. State institutions and heads do as they please. Everybody, the FA is just following in those footsteps. We claim to have professionals who understand the game running our clubs. Meanwhile, all that is seen is all that we see them exhibit is ignorance all over. Cheer. This one is from Akon GH says, good evening, guys. Potter should go. Potter should go. The problem is too much, okay? This one here says, there's always a first time. This has never been done anywhere. Agreed. Can't we also be a pace setter? I don't think competitiveness of this game will be dented. Pace setter in what?
You know what? I'll be fair to him. It's okay to be open to new ideas. Everyone in their openness to new ideas. We disagree. He thinks it's a good idea. It's okay.
Pace setter.
See, we've given ideas here. It's not that we are not innovative. We are giving them ideas as well. That there are several ways to play this President's Cup.
And make it even better.
Make it nicer.
More attractive.
You can get more money. Don't merge.
Look, take this to
don't
Brokum.
merge.
I was just about to say this.
Take it to Doma and say Brokum Chelsea Biana.
You can just like and somebody made a suggestion about the Independence Day thing, how we move it around. If you move this to the Bronx area,
don't merge two competitions into one. As simple as that. No one does it.
Nobody does.
Even court football, we don't merge league match. And you can't merge two competitions.
That's exactly. Look, just moving it around. And you can maybe when it's in Accra, Hearts Olympics. When it's in Kumasi.
Pichichi just said something. on coast football. There's something that is happening.
It's on your heart.
The people, they are messing coast football up.
Sport. Oh.
Do you know what is happening?
Tell us. Just quickly before.
Yes, I'm into coast football. I do coast football. So we've taken players to be registered under the biometric FIFA registration scheme. So they've been screened. We are waiting for the system to approve and generate the cards for us to start the league. The system hasn't done that. But the FA, through the district or the regional football association, are forcing the coast club to go and play the league. And we are saying that if that is the case, then like it's been done or like was done before, allow us to take like a photograph of all the players that we've submitted to the system to be approved of, so that we can use them in the league. If you want us to play, you are saying no. That we should go back and use players from last season who's been approved. And some of the players too, they've left. Some have gone to school and all that.
I was about to say, if they are from last season, won't some of them even been too old to play?
Some of them will be too old. Some too have gone to school. And they are forcing it down the throat of the coast team to go and play. What sort of management style is this? Keto Kreko is the chairman, the president of juvenile football in this country. We will not play if they don't sit up, because as we speak, the cards are not being printed for the coach team to use. The players are not being approved. We are waiting. If you go pending.
And it becomes an issue if they are not printed, because it means you can bring
anybody at all.
Qualified players.
You've messed up the system. Chairman, president, you've messed up the system.
Coach Nkoye,
Division Nkoye. Then you are forcing it.
Nkoye, Ghana
we are begging the regional FAs. Adeno, even last season, do you know the league was truncated? We couldn't determine our champions. We played up to that. They say, Munjai, baby, I don't know, Yapon, Enache, Agbena, Akpa, whoever is on top of the league, the person. And we've not had a chance to go home and away, go home. But you've declared winners. So one would have thought that you would have learned from that and do the right thing. Every now and then you are exposing your ignorance. What sort of life is this? We are buying boots. You've gone to share 18 pairs of boots to Kotoko and us. The juvenile teams, they need those logistics to enable them to groom and train these boys from other Ghana. You don't focus on them. How can you do that? We are pleading with them. As coast teams, if you are not going to allow us to use, because some of the teams virtually don't have players. How are we going to play the league? Some of the boys have graduated, so they've been asked to go and continue with their development elsewhere. Some have gone to school. So the ones that are yet to be approved by the system, if you don't allow us to use them, they are there. So we take a photo of them and we said, these are the boys who are undergoing, who have undergone screening, awaiting approval. So let's use them whilst we play, because some of us don't have players to play the league. Because you are not the one spending the money. Do you know how much transportation costs from one venue to the next venue? Do you know how much we pay for referee fees? Do you know how we feed these boys, provide boots and stuff for them? They should stop that. They should stop that and run the course league in this country very professionally. What is this?
Cold football.
You check like everywhere I go take matter.
No fair, no basa.
Division 1, Premier League,
women football, basa.
What is going on?
What is this?
We are here and they think it's a personal agenda.
It cannot be. It cannot be. Because if our football is doing well, it will help me myself. It makes my discussions richer.
My own personal enjoyment. Personal enjoyment.
I know you made my boss Bernard Avle. He can't even discuss House of Folk again. Oh, we need Sunday crying. Let's move on to Europe. Let's talk about some, Premier League action. Liverpool versus Man United really has gone under the radar this weekend. It's happening on Sunday. Typically, would have been all over the place with this one, but Liverpool have been so bad lately that nobody is really talking about this, but it will happen. PGG, let me start off with you on that particular one. Poor form Liverpool kept a couple of clean sheets actually in the past couple of games. Yeah. United these days feel untouchable. They feel like they are walking on clouds and everybody's beneath them. What kind of game are we to expect on Sunday?
Well, listening to Jurgen Klopp today, I think I like how he was able to give enough respect to Man United. He's been praising Marcus Rashford with the little time he had. And I think that, yes, Liverpool must be cautious of Marcus Rashford. Anything he touches now works for him. And he's the man to hurt them this weekend. And I think for Man United, the confidence that they are in now, it will take more than just a brilliant Liverpool team. It will take a Liverpool team that will play above their level. Because you are playing against a team that won. I think the players have settled now. The players have seen what Erik ten Hag offers, which is trophies. So now it's easier for Erik ten Hag to let the players play for him. Because they've seen that if we follow the Ten Hag magic, we are going to win more trophies. We are going to do well. So it's a United team that have just won the Carabao Cup. They would like to continue with their rich vein of form. Thankfully for Liverpool also, their last game, they won over Wolves. The players are coming back. Virgil van Dijk is back now for them. Diogo Jota. But I feel that this game has come too soon for Liverpool. Too soon for Liverpool. Because, yes, they are coming back to their old form, but they will need some time to face Man United. The United team has already settled. They are ready to go now. It's a team that just needs Ten Hag's pep talk and then they are good to go. For me, I see United winning this game at Anfield. Yes, over the years, it has been a difficult ground for them, but I see what the United team do. I've seen what the United team, even when they are not playing well.
Yeah.
Ten Hag just does some tactical switches.
Wout
is moved from the number 9 position to number 10.
Weghorst is playing
and then you have Rashford moving from the wings.
He's not scoring.
Exactly.
But his contribution to the team is immense.
I think what is doing the magic for United now is how Erik ten Hag reads the game. How he's able to compete tactically with all the managers he's facing. And that's working for them massively. It will take more than just the Anfield crowd to beat Man United now. As coach to say, I think their worst will be a draw. If United don't even get the good day, their worst will be, it was shocking for Liverpool to beat United this Sunday. Because I look at what the United team is made of now, the character they have, the belief they have now in Erik ten Hag, the back line, the confidence that this Lisandro Martinez plays with. My goodness. And for a team that has just won a trophy, the morale level in camp now is on the roof. So, facing a Liverpool team that is also trying to do their best, I think Liverpool will go hard at United. Liverpool will be that team that will try to show United that this is Anfield. Yes, we are the landlords of this area. But I feel that, it will not work this Sunday for Klopp. That's what I think. It will not be easy for them. And no matter what Liverpool do, if they push, I feel that Man United have what it takes to get a draw out of this encounter.
Let me get Susu's thoughts on this. Big clash. Aside the in-game management, what has caught your eye the most about this run Ten Hag and United have been on? And why would they or would they not beat Liverpool on Sunday?
They are definitely favourites. They are the form team, not only in England, in Europe. Like, there's no doubt about it. No team has won more games in all competitions this season than Man United in the Europe's top 5 leagues. That's a start for you. So it shows you where they are. And for me, aside the in-game management, look at how Ten Hag is bringing the best out of players. How he's using players. How he's changing players up. Look at someone like Bruno Fernandes. I'm seeing the Bruno Fernandes that I thought people were seeing. In the sense that the Bruno I was seeing and the Bruno that you're describing to me were not the same player. I'm seeing it now. That number 10 who's making things happen. He keeps the ball better. He's making better decisions. That's coaching. Rashford is making better runs. His finishing, his decision-making in front of goal is on and off. He still is a bit rash with his shots, but it's better. you can see that every player looks better. Wan-Bissaka is actually able to contribute in the final third because he's using him differently. So the fact is, he's getting the best out of almost every player. He's finding a way to integrate every player into the team. So it's not like there's some players that are like, this guy cannot do anything. Every player, you can see that there's a plan for how to use him, when to use him, and what he can do. So it's like, this is someone who knows his players so well in such a short time. And that's what I love about it. So because he knows them so well, and that is what is making his in-game management so good. Because he knows every player's strengths and weaknesses, how to use them, when best to deploy them. He can change the game anytime things go against him. So look, he's a very good coach. He's at this point in time, I'll say for this season, he's probably been the best coach in Europe, in all honesty.
Just like we judge player form on the form of coaches, he's the best.
Because his tactical changes every game. Look, every time the game starts going against him, he makes a change. He switches something up, and then the game turns, and then they get the result. There's a reason they've won so many games. It's not luck. And look at how they started when he was still trying to get to know their team.
They beat Liverpool when they had barely found their feet.
But that's aside. I'm just saying, we saw some very bad performances from them when they first started out. And he switched everything up. They were 20th after 2 games, if I remember correctly. And look at how he switched things up. So I really love the way Erik ten Hag is managing the team.
That thing he does with Wout Weghorst is so shocking. For you to try to move tall number 9 to a number 10. I think how many managers would try to do this when things are going wrong? The way he's Charlie, the guy there for taking
He did for me.
He did for me.
Coach.
No, I've listened to people.
They say Liverpool don't stand a chance this weekend.
I beg to differ.
Hey, Charlie.
I beg to, because I have seen.
I wouldn't go. I definitely wouldn't say don't stand. But I just feel like Man
you are heavy favorites.
I have seen a better United team goes to Anfield to play a worse, a very bad Liverpool team, but yet they struggle to win. I know what Anfield is all about. Every United fan who understand this rivalry clearly know exactly where they are going. Liverpool doesn't need to be in any silky form to beat United at Anfield. Liverpool at Anfield does not care. They don't care at all about the form you bring to Anfield. When they turn up, they will beat you and beat you good. So every United fan should accept the fact that this is going to be a very, very difficult game. My confidence, this is where I agree with the rest of the guys. That my confidence is in Erik ten Hag. My confidence is in Carlos Casemiro. Because Man United have had the McTom or the McFred combo for the past 5 years. And any time they went to Anfield, they got beat. They got beat. They've had the Maguire-Lindelof partnership. That has never been good and will never be good. They got beat. So Liverpool themselves will clearly understand that the sort of coaching and chemistry of players they were used to beating have changed. That is where now Liverpool will find out. If they didn't find out in that first game at Old Trafford, they will now begin to understand that it's a completely different dynamics altogether. My worry is that Liverpool, whether home and away, tend to give chances to the opponent very frequently. And in the form that Marcus Rashford finds himself, you present the chance, he will take it. Even Garnacho.
That kid is brilliant.
Yes.
He's so mature for somebody his age.
I am looking at Erik ten Hag tactically keeping Man United in the game for the first 60 minutes, getting Alexander-Arnold to come and go, and then throwing in the young man, go and face Alexander-Arnold.
I think they should play Milner at right back this weekend.
Coach, honestly, I don't even think it will have to go to 60 minutes because the way Trent has struggled this season.
Yeah, you know, see, the young man too, he just played, I think, almost 90 minutes on Wednesday. He's young. You don't want to overly put the burden on him. He will break. If you want to keep his form throughout the season, today he plays 90. The next week it is what? 30. The next week it is 60. You have to play him like that. Like the way I was suggesting that if Kamaldeen had gone to RB Leipzig, he would have been used. I thought that would have helped his development than being put a lot of pressure on to go and save what? Southampton. So you throw Garnacho in there and you make it even more interesting. The Liverpool midfield will have to figure out Casemiro. But from the way he plays his game, you can figure him out. He rather who figures you out and deals with you good. Because he will not dribble anybody. He wins the ball, pass. Watch him. When he picks up the ball or when he dispossesses the opponent, he doesn't take more than 2 touches on the ball. He wins the tackle, control, bang. Control, bang. Control, bang. So he's on the ascendancy. No, ayahi, abase. Now, if you look at the way Liverpool have struggled in midfield, Jurgen Klopp this season doesn't have a midfield, a midfield that he loves. Today it's Fabinho, Henderson, and then Milner. The next one is what? The young guy, is it Basetic, That young man who has done extremely very well. But I still believe he lacks the physicality to rub shoulders with the hardcore. And if you look at if Fabinho is going to be playing, he will be playing in front of the back four. And the young man will be coming into contact with Carlos Casemiro very frequently. And that is a no contest. So Liverpool will have to do better. Liverpool will have to find a way of trying to undo the passing ability, not only the tackling, but the passing ability of Casemiro. Now, Fred, to take it or leave it, he's in his element.
You mean Fred is in his element?
Fred has been made better by Casemiro. Lisandro Martinez will not give the ball away under pressure like Maguire or Lindelof would have done. When Lisandro Martinez gets the opportunity to face Mohamed Salah, he will feel the sensation in his bones. Unlike Lindelof, now the Liverpool back four too, Van Dijk will have to stamp his authority and do proper organization. Robertson was rested in midweek. I don't know whether he's injured. If he's not injured, but it is looking like the other boy looks more steady as a defender. Robertson has played too many games.
Tsimikas.
Yes, Tsimikas. He was very brilliant against
Always loved Tsimikas, but against Klopp.
So Klopp will come with a 4-3-3. Whether it is working or not, it's 4-3-3 to the end. But Ten Hag will come with a 4-2-3-1. If it doesn't work, he would
do something else.
Do some tricking here and there and then completely change the dynamics of the game. So it's going to be a very interesting game. We will do the game on radio. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk about the game on Scorecard. So look, it is a very, very big game. It's a game that usually will be looking at deciding the title. If Liverpool, imagine Liverpool was in the mix of top four, very close to top four. This game would have been huge. But as it stands, they just cannot lose hope. They have to keep fighting. But like I said, it's going to be a difficult game. So United slightly as favorite because of their form. And let's see how it. But look, I will not be surprised should Liverpool win. But I don't expect United to lose.
Okay. Coach says that he will be surprised if Liverpool win. Big statement. Let's read more messages. Since we are live, it's another fantastic Friday with the best edutainment sports show on radio. Ghana football, or the GFA is a joke, and this country and our leaders are jokers. And this Sunday, Liverpool will drink goals. This is Sheikh Nana Kweku greatness. The 3 points is still at stake, and the trophy also in contention. Coach, it looks like you have inspired a whole generation of radio sheiks. This one here says that Tony texting from Lagos says, "Hey coach, you are a boss. If anyone is depressed, then Sports Panorama is a cure to that person. You've made me laugh really out loud. In Ghana, everything is what? Coach, please continue." This is from Jonathan from Accra Airport residential area. Says, in fact, I don't understand the Ghana language, but whenever this coach speaks, I love it. Manchester United all the way. He said me too. This one here is from Mohammed in Garu in the Upper East region. It says, when it comes to football in Ghana, just day and night works. Sorry to say this, only a program that I hear about football in the country. You see? This one here it's from Sheikh. This one says, special greetings to Sheikh Ni Mubarak Abba. Oh, Charlie, our good friend. Watches 6 CDs. Shit on kwa. This what am I hearing about the House Kotoko game? Hey, Kate, please respect and leave the job, or else we, the football lovers, will storm the FA. Don't do that. Don't do that. You can't storm anywhere. And on United, Charlie, the other teams need to stop coming to Old Trafford, because now the theater of dreams is hell. Now these days they say don't bother taking the lead at Old Trafford. That's the word now. They say, why are you taking the lead at Old Trafford? For what? Hey, United fans. This one here says, coach to descend on the GFA administration and over 1.5 bet won. Kulusevski with that one. Machiavelli 23 from Adenta says, I don't know why this should surprise you. This can only happen in Ghana. We've experienced 29-0 scoreline before. So what again? Because to even think about something like this is crazy. And at the highest level, let alone agreeing to it, trust me, my mom with zero knowledge about football won't even do this. Fixing a league match and a friendly match as one. My goodness, we should stop playing the league in this country. Somebody says, Liverpool win on Sunday. Is Alex doing in London? This one's from Ben. Says, this is Daniel, a.k.a. Light Soup from Afienya. Like Susu Graham will say, is that what your mother calls you at home? Okay, Light Soup from Afienya, we hear. But a Light Soup, you be a punching cracker, or you be chicken light soup. If you which one? Me, I like a punching cracker, so me, I won't know like the specification. It says, in fact, I hear coach mention some old players and I'm weeping. Players can pass. Oh, hey, that I don't bote. Oh, yes. This one says, but Kotoko and Hearts too have accepted that they will participate, all because of Kakra BDNT.
That is it. Nobody should go and watch them. They should go. They've already been given enough money.
Emmanuel,
so why do you go and pay and watch them?
Yeah,
They should go and play and take
Emmanuel in London says, good evening, panelists. What I can't get my head around is that everything in Ghana is politicized and it's dividing us. We live to hear the excuse they will use to convince me that there is no politics in this. Kwesi Ajaman from Dodowa says, Coach Sheikh Ni Abba. Forget one name, the man who never missed a penalty, Godwin Ablode. The current players would not even be allowed to clean his boots. This FA have messed up. Jonathan says that those who watch Ghana, the Ghana League, don't understand football, so let them treat them like that concert party league. Yeah, I mean, look, our league is just one of them things. But let me use the final moments to do a few shout outs. Let me do a quick shout out. Charlie, coach, this shout out, you like it. The person is a fan of yours. You like it. You like it. So a friend of mine reached out to me today that her husband is celebrating his birthday today.
Wow.
And he literally sets the house ablaze when Panorama is on.
He
said, Panorama. Then his name is, he says, no, listen to the message. So Jeanette is sending this message to her husband.
Madam Jeanette.
Yeah, it says, happy birthday, my sweet husband. Andrews Darko.
No Darko. When a little boy.
Oh, Charlie. It says, from your darling wife, Jeanette Andrews Darko.
Oh, my goodness. When a little UAP cry.
Hold on.
No more Darko or UAP.
Man. It says, I love you.
Oh, my goodness.
I pray that this season brings you good things.
Of course.
May kings come to the brightness of your rising.
Amen.
A blank check for you today.
Oh, no more.
My mind day for you.
If you go,
oh, challenge. I for ring the bell. Hey, Mr. Andrews Darko.
No more Darko.
Oh, Charlie.
Madam Jeanette.
Oh, Charlie.
If you silly.
Oh.
No UAP.
Oh, Charlie. Well, you know if you
be can't hear one.
Mr. Andrews Darko. Ali, the night be your own. Coach,
no more.
Shout out.
Today, one of my bosses, in wife, they celebrate in birthday. As for this, my boss, even my boss, wow, and the wife too there. Boss okay now. Oh, he sent me a very romantic message.
Romantic.
And I read,
Oh, Charlie.
to the most precious person in my life, the most amazing wife and mom I know,
Oh, Charlie.
my pillar, the woman who makes my heart skip a bit.
Hey,
my forever love. Today, as you celebrate your birthday, I want you to know how much I love and appreciate you. You bring so much joy, smiles, and warmth into the life of Aya and I. That is the name of their beautiful daughter. And I'm so grateful to every moment we share together. I wish you love, happiness, success, and God's blessing. Happy birthday. This is coming from. This is coming from. Camille.
Oh, Camille. Oh, our own Camille.
Our own Camille.
Oh,
Rock Camille.
Hey, Camille.
Yeah, Camille. Hey. To his beautiful wife, Tina.
Hey, my brother.
And the boys romantic.
And Tina says I should get Camille to understand.
No, Camille and his wife, they can just pop up here. Camille's a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, of course he is.
If he pops up here, his wife will be wearing a Liverpool jersey too. The two of them do matching colors, matching jerseys. Oh, Charlie.
No more. I can't name Camille.
Oh, Charlie.
Beke Eda Ebuen Wam. Crawley. Or Begbele.
Oh, Charlie.
Efia Egbo.
Oh, Charlie.
No more Camille.
Oh, Charlie.
Tina Geko of the Cano Banani. Birthday boy you. Le birthday ni mo. She ake be kanye no nani. Efia e wodun. She twa mi komito le kaneson. Egbu. Me no komito le action. Egba. Madam Tina from Coach Grace.
Oh, Charlie. Why you need
from Nketia and the team.
Susu Graham.
Happy birthday.
Oh,
floor open.
I have a shout out for my man Ben Asari, aka Mr. Shocks.
Oh, Charlie.
You know,
talk to him for
talk to him for all your shipping needs. He's a very big man,
oh,
very
Charlie.
big listener of the
I told Mr. Shocks.
Mr. What? Shocks.
Shocks.
Electric shock. Can be by shocky? No more shocks, man. Shout out to you.
Charlie, big shout.
Oh, I have one more. You know, for my good friend and brother Emmanuel Noe Umabu. He said he's a big fan of the show. He's also a Man U fan, and he wants me to give a special greeting to Sheikh Ni Aba Mubarak Altani. So I should give him a special greeting.
Special greetings.
Yeah, that's my brother. So he said a shout out to him and a special greeting to Coach Chris.
Lovely.
Pichichi? But I'm going all the way to the Ghana School of Law, SRC. Yes. They have only one Chief Justice. Only one. Chief Justice. Look at the position. Chief Justice of the Ghana School of Law. Big man. Kofi Ampa. The ladies call him Kofi Bolasi. This evening, Charlie.
Oh, Bolasi?
Kofi Bolasi.
Our own Bolasi?
Our own Bolasi. The big man himself, Charlie.
Did some work for Highlights as well.
Shout out to him.
He's been on the tracker and stuff like that. But Bolasi like fight of late. Hey, Bolasi go law school finish. Bolasi tell lawyer finish.
Bolasi, you know they care where they meet you. Social media go take give you. In person they go take give you. Everywhere behind the banter.
Shout out to Kofi Bolasi. Big shout outs to Kofi Bolasi. Let me just do this one. On a rather sad note, but he's our brother. So let me do this one for Coach Winfred Dorman. He lost his wife a while back.
Oh my goodness.
So just this, he sent this to us. He says that the family of the late Mary Brago Ochre Dorman wish to express their deep appreciation and heartfelt gratitude to you for your prayers, support, comfort, and donations during this difficult period. Thank you. And God bless you. So this is coming from
Charlie Broma,
Coach Winfred Dorman and his family on the support they've received during the passing of their dear one. So, Coach, we wish you the strength of the Lord. We hope that you hold up well, and the family wherever you are. So we are with you in prayer. So that's Coach Dorman. Coach Dorman used to be with us here on the Premier League. Love him to bits. Great guy.
Tomorrow, so I choose 1 week. Observation is on at the Adjurengano AstroTurf. So you love Achu. Join us there. And let's observe the 1 week for Christian Achu.
Hold on, I nearly missed one. Numo Patawa.
Hey! You see?
Charlie Patawa.
All the way from Canada.
Hey!
Hey, the chopping birthday.
Pat. Today is Pat's birthday.
Today is no more Patawa's birthday.
Nearly missed it.
Pata!
You nearly missed it.
Oh, Charlie. Only been if you only be. Oh, Charlie.
Jame goro, jame goro. I want to Canada. I go, me check
443 combination.
Oh, no more Patawa.
Charlie, happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday.
Bro.
Enjoy your day. I hope you've had a special one. And like we always say, well, there be no fear on EB. Thank you to everybody who tuned in to listen to the show. The show will be on SoundCloud after this. Thank you to Coach Chris. Thank you to Susu Graham. To Evans Ofotumanso, a.k.a. Pichichi. One-time top goal scorer in the Spanish La Liga. He has paid his dues. And for all of you listening out there, Sunday we have Man United Liverpool. Tomorrow we have a lot of action on the Premier League. If you want, you can tune into Citi TV. We have something special for you from about 12 in the afternoon on Christian Achu and his 1 week observation. So there's a lot to chew on. Show probably brought to us by Betway. We'll leave you with the Premier League preview show. My name is Benjamin Inketia. It's been amazing coming your way with this one. Enjoy the rest of the programming. We are out.